Magandang buhay mga kamapilyas! Kumusta? Ako po si Teacher Eugene, ang iyong makakasama sa mundo ng musika. Baitang 10. Kaya tumutok na, ihanda ang sarili at sama-sama nating tuklasin ang makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng musika at maging katulad ng kumikinang na bituin sa kalangitan.
Videos that will help students understand lessons, teachers to get and share files. Here, what I term is not literal. Instead, you can get it here on Eugene Waraiden channel.
I am glad to see you again, Kamapilyas. So prepare yourselves as we will join together to discover and explore more on the field of music, as we are bound to the musical performances of the 20th century musical style. Are you ready to learn the different compositions and elements and producing a musical performance? We will explore on that so we can be able to make your own production of musical performance later. Yes, that's absolutely correct. On your previous modules, you have been introduced to certain compositions and composers of the 20th century music. Muli nating balikan ang mga komposisyong ito ni na Debussy, Strindberg, Stravinsky, and Rodel. Debussy's works includes Ariettes Oubliess. Ariettes Oubliess is a song cycle for voice and piano composed by Claude Debussy, of course, based on poems of Paul Verlaine. Another is a string quartet. String quartet is a musical ensemble consisting of 4 string players, which are the 2 violin player, a viola, and a cello player. Then he has also the La Mer. La Mer is an orchestral composition. He premiered on October 1905. Next is Feliz et Melisande. It is an opera of 5 acts with music composed by Claude Debussy. And Clair de Lune. Clair de Lune is a 3rd segment in a Suite Bergamasque, wherein Suite Bergamasque is a 4-movement composition for piano composed also of Claude Debussy. Next works is for Schoenberg or Arnold Schoenberg. Schoenberg's works includes Geräuschlieder. Geräuschlieder is a large cantata for 5 vocal soloists, narrator, chorus, and large orchestra. Then, 3 pieces for piano. It is a set of pieces for solo piano where Schoenberg represents an example of a tonality in this work. He is also the Pierrot Lunar. Pierrot Lunar is a melodrama with a setting of 21 selected poems translated into German. Another work of Schoenberg is Werk-Larty Nach. Werk-Larty Nach is a string sextet in 1 movement composed by Schoenberg in just 3 weeks, and it is considered as his earliest important work. Then the 2 piano concerti, which is one of his latter works written in America. Next are the compositions of Stravinsky or Igor Stravinsky. He has the Rex Progrès. Rex Progrès is an English language opera in 3 acts and an epilogue. Then the Rite of Spring. Rite of Spring is a volley and orchestral concert composed by Stravinsky. Another is the Firebird Suite. Firebird Suite is a ballet and orchestral concert work by Igor Stravinsky. Next are the works of Maurice Ravel. Maurice Ravel works includes Mirroirs, which is a set of 5 piano pieces he composed and deserves to be performed and heard more often. Then he has also the Sonatine for piano. It is a piano work written by Ravel after his piano suite Mirroirs. Then Bolero. Bolero refers to two distinct genres of slow tempo in Hispanic music and their associated dances. Then he has also the Jukes d'O. Jukes d'O is a musical piece for solo piano composed by Ravel. Then, the La Valse. La Valse is a work written by Rodel and was conceived as a ballet, but is now more often heard as a concert work. Then the Pavane for a Dead Princess. It is a work for solo piano of Ravel known as Por un Infante de Fronte. Ngayon naman, muli nating balikan ang mga elemento ng sining which are essential in making an absolutely exceptional performance and shine like a star. Of course, singers and composers vary from these elements of music in any of their musical performances. And of course, for you to become a real star and shine like a bright star, you also need to know and familiarize with these elements of music. I have here star, and by way of recalling the elements of music, which you have been studied already in your previous grade level, let us put them together inside this star box. Once you have combined it together, then you are ready to shine and become a brighter star. Gusto niyo ba yun? Of course, that's the spirit of a true star. So, natatandaan niyo pa ba ang mga elemento ng musika? Para tulungan kayong maalala kung anong iba't ibang elemento ng musika, subukan natin ang gawain na ito. First, it is one of the elements of music that gives structure and pulse of the music o ang tinatawag na pulso ng musika. And these structures includes the duration, tempo, and meter. Tama. Rhythm. Another is, it is part of the musical elements that relate to the loudness or quietness of music. Magaling, that is, dynamics. These basic terms related to dynamics are crescendo, diminuendo, and accent. Next, it is a musical element that focuses on the horizontal or linear presentation of various scales. Melody. Correct. Melodies can be described into conjunct and disjunct. Another, it is the opposite of melody. It focuses on the verticalization of the pitch. Harmony. Very good. It is thought to be as an art of combining pitches into chords and carefully and usually arranged into sentence-like patterns called progression. That is harmony. Next is a musical element that produces different and unique characteristics that have obviously produced by a singer. That is correct. Tone color, or tone color is also called as the timbre. Another term for tone color is timbre. Next is, these musical elements refers to the number of individual musical lines and the relationship of these lines to each other. Correct, that is texture. Texture can be classified into monophonic, homophonic, and polyphonic. Then the last one is an order of melodic, harmonic, and rhythmic events of a piece. It designates musical division brought to a repetition of melodic material or the presentation of a new yet contrasting material. Musical form, that is correct. Forms can be described into strophic through composed, binary, and ternary form. Alright, ilan lahat meron tayo ng mga elemento ng musika? Tama, 7. Ano-ano ulit ang mga ito? So ngayong alam niyo na ang iba't ibang elemento ng musika na siyang susi sa magandang presentasyon, lalo na sa musika na pagtatanghal, may it be a song or music composition, pakinggan naman natin ang iba't ibang halimbawa ng komposisyon ng mga kompositor sa makabagong panahon. At sa gawain ito, let us try to know the elements of music being employed. Number 1, La Mer of Claude Debussy. La Mer plays in a versatile rhythm with a dreamy and soft melody. Dynamics swells depict a both rough and peaceful nature of the sea. La Mer. Next is Mirroirs. Mirroirs by Rodel. Mirroirs include static harmony, which emphasizes on instrumental timbres that creates a shimmering interplay of colors. Mirroirs incorporates extensive cruise rhythm and frequent matter changes. Another is Berceuse notch. Berceuse notch has emotional dynamics and situation in the ball. Then we also have Firebird suite. The Firebird suite is the third movement, depicts their colorful or round dance, which makes the music joyful. With the use of 7-tone scale, it produces pleasing melodies and harmonies. So, you have just listened to some musical pieces and works of our famous composers of the 20th century music. Let's proceed to our next activity. It's a name game. Pero bago yan, shout out muna tayo sa aking mga supporters and channel members. Ma'am Carol Black Turkey, Lanz Narvaez Vlogs, Familia Feliz Vlogs, Zenki Adajar, jhay23, Rodel, Kenth Quisel, and Leona Ny Lazaro. Please support them also by subscribing to the channel, which is on the description below. Description right here. So, here are the directions. Name the significant composers that served them as their admiration and inspiration to continue making composition in the history of music. You may visit the Module 1, Lesson 1 to look for the significant person that influenced the 20th century composers. For Bella Bartok, we have Franz Liszt, Igor Stravinsky, Arnold Schoenberg, and Richard Strauss. For Serge Prokofiev, we have Chopin and Beethoven. While for Maurice Ravel, we have Claude Debussy, Gabriel Fauré, Stephen Mallarmé, Charles Valentin Alten. Okay, so ngayong lubusan nyo nang naunawaan ang mga elemento ng musika at nabigyan na kayo ng mga halimbawa gamit ang mga musikang tunog mula sa mga sikat na kompositor ng makabagong panahon or the 20th century composers, pagkakataon naman upang suriin ang sarili at gumawa ng pagtatanghal or a musical production or musical performance. Together with the members of the family as your group mates, you may create a video clip using digital cameras and cell phone portraying the 20th century musical styles. Rubrics and evaluating your performance will be given as your reference to make your output wonderful. Pitch. So pitch should be accurate. Then tone quality. If the tone is consistently focused, clear, and centered throughout the range of the voice. Then another criteria is expression and style. If you perform with creative nuance and style in response to the score and limited coaching. Diction. So diction is the way how you articulate clearly and the text of the music is understandable. So those are the criteria for your musical performance. Enjoy your performance, co-players, and good luck.